Greetings and salutations. What's going on? How y'all doing out there? Happy Tuesday, December 16th, 2025. Hope everybody had a good day doing the things they love to do legally. Hope you're trending in the right direction, which is up, and just being the best version of yourself. All right, staying out of trouble, building a good foundation, so you could be great, man. That's what it's all about. That's exactly what it's all about. Being great. All right. I believe in working hard, and I believe the universe will bless you for your work ethic. All right. So it's time for my reading and words of affirmation for today. I'm gonna switch up the book. I normally go with my sister-in-law's book, but today we're going to be reading from the 48 Laws of Power. All right. 48 Laws of Power. This is a great book by Robert Greene. Shout out to Robert Greene, man. A great book, man. This book right here, basically, in a nutshell, the author gives you 48 laws that you should, I don't know if you should master them, but you should acknowledge them and put them in your tool belt so you can achieve greatness, right? Everybody has their own description of greatness. Mine's is to become a millionaire, right? I want to become a millionaire. I want to own properties. I want to live a comfortable life. And I am living a comfortable life, but I just want to have ownership of more things and more money. All right. So that's my greatness. Some people have different um ideas of greatness. You know what I'm saying? Goals, I should say. All right. So we are going to start by reading the first law. All right. Might as well go ahead in order on this one, folks. All right. The first law. I don't want to read the preface, even though the preface is pretty good. All right. Okay. So this is the first law, y'all. All right. If you don't know, now you know. So the first law of the 48 laws of power is never outshine the master. Never outshine the master. All right. What do you mean? What does that mean? Never outshine the master. What does that mean? Let me take this thing off for the time being. Never outshine the master. Like, what does that mean? Never outshine the master. All right. So we're going to go judgment. Okay. It says, always make those above you feel comfortably superior. Always make those above you feel comfortably superior. What does that mean? What does that mean? What I get from it is never challenge your bosses, never challenge authority, right? If I'm working a regular job and we all work regular jobs, not all of us, and my boss, my superior says, Emilio, your job is XYZ. I'm going to make sure I just do XYZ. I don't want my boss to feel or believe that I'm trying to take his or her position or outshine them, because when I do my job good, they look good, right? So I'm going to always make sure that they know that I know they're the boss, and I'm going to do what I'm told to do in my small window, in my job description. That's what I get from that, right? I could be wrong. If I'm right, let me know. If I'm wrong, let me know. But that's what I get, right? Make those above you feel comfortably superior. All right. They're in charge. I'm not here to make a person feel uncomfortable and challenge authority. Because I'm not going to lie to y'all. I used to do that. I used to challenge authority, right? I used to be in my feelings and I used to say, that's not right. But unfortunately, when I'm not in position to change it, to make it right, because I feel that it should be like that, I need to just play my position and do what I'm supposed to do and do what I'm told to do. And that's why a lot of people do get in trouble because the boss is the boss, right? You work for this company, the company put this person in charge, you're underneath that person. The company says, this is the person that's in charge, do what they tell you to do. Even if in your mind you like, nah, man, it shouldn't be like that. It don't matter what you think. You get paid to work. So you don't get paid to think and be in your feelings. You get paid to work and shut the fuck up. And it took me a very long time to understand that, man. But it's real, B. It's real. All right. It's for real. It's real. So, in your desire to please and impress them, do not go too far in displaying your talents, or you might accomplish the opposite. Inspire fear and insecurity. Exactly. Let me tell you something. We're all human beings. Even the bosses, they might get intimidated by you out trying to outshine them, outperform them. So, once again, stay in your job description. That are going above and beyond. Sometimes that could backfire and get your ass above and beyond out the damn door. I'm being honest with you, man. Sometimes that can backfire. So, just do what's in your job description, right? Do it at the best of your ability and be the best at that job. Going above and beyond sometimes can threaten you, the boss, right? Especially if his boss see, Emilio was doing more work than Sandra, and Sandra's in charge. See what I'm saying? It could be a negative sometimes, right? Make your masters appear more brilliant than they are, and you will attain the heights of power. Make your masters appear more brilliant than they are, and you will attain the highs of power. Let me tell you something. Not all the time, but sometimes when a person that's in charge realize that you're a good worker, they'll do whatever it takes to keep you around, man. They'll give you bonuses, incentives, because they know you make the wheels turn. A true boss that understands that. Not all bosses understand that, right? I had a first sergeant, and he used to always get on my nerve and talk shit. All right. Until one day I got orders to go to another mission. All right. Then about 3, 4 years went by, and I had came just to what I had come to do some paperwork. I went back, and the first one was like, man, I miss y'all, man. I miss the old crew, man. Y'all worked hard. Y'all did what y'all had to do. This and this. This new crew is terrible. And I said, well, Top, I mean, 3, 4 years ago, you was complaining and talking shit. Now you realize we was the best crew you had. See, shit be sweet when you got us, but then when you got a shitty crew, now you whining and complaining. It's like, you know what I'm saying? You should have just shut your mouth. See what I'm saying? Because we was doing our job and we was making you look good. But you would complain and bitch if we had something to say or if we was a little vocal at the meeting, but we did our job. You see what I'm saying? Then 4 years went by, he got a new crew and they lazy and they don't do shit. And then he wanted to just tell me 4 years later, I just come to get some type of paperwork. Cause I think I left some paperwork in my office. And I came like 4 years later. I was like, hey, Top, you still got some of the paperwork? I think I might have left some documents. He was like, yeah, I took it out your office, blah, blah, blah. And then, I sat down and then I was curious. I was like, so how things been going? Man, oh man, this new crew I got, y'all guys were the best, man. Like, and I said, well, you used to complain about us and now. Anyway, wait 1 second, y'all. I'll be right back. All right, excuse me about that. Though somebody was at the doorbell. So that's good right there. All right. I like that. All right. That paragraph is judgment. Okay. Now, there's different examples here of how the law comes into play, right? The author basically talks about different things that happened in the past, history, with certain events that happen in the world with kings and conquerors, stuff like that. All right. We're going to go to, okay, we're going to go to reversal. All right. So this is still the first law, but we're going to go to the chapter reversal. Okay. It says, you cannot worry about upsetting every person you come across. Okay. Can't worry about pleasing everybody. Okay. You can't. But you can most be selectively cruel. You cannot worry about upsetting every person you come across, but you must be selectively cruel. All right? That means stop being nice to everybody. Nice people finish last. I tell people all the time, I'm not a nice person. I'm a gentleman, but I'm not a nice person because you think I'm nice, you think I'm a sucker. I'm not a sucker. I'm not nice. All right? It's not sweet over here. Don't get effed up. You feel me? And they'll say, you're being cruel. I'm just being direct. That's what I call it. I being direct. I'm telling you what it is. You don't like it, I don't care. If your superior is a falling star, there is nothing to fear from outshining him. Do not be merciful. Your master had no such scruples in his own cold-blooded climb to the top. All right. So once again, this is titled The Reversal. Okay. The first part I told you was the judgment. All right. Now this is the reversal to it. Understand? So, in some cases, you can outshine the master, especially if the master did what he or she needed to do to outshine his old boss. Now you come in, you outshining them. Listen, go for the throat, go for the gusto. So basically, it depends on the situation, what's going on, right? So you have to be very mindful and tactful on how you approach the situation. Okay. Do not be merciful. Your master had no such scruples in his own cold-blooded climb to the top. Gauge his strength or her, okay? If he is weak, discreetly hasten his downfall. Discreetly, all right? Outdo, outcharm, outsmart him at key moments. Hey, man. You say, well, damn, that's kind of effed up, ain't it? Well, you got to stay on top of your game at all times. And see, this is why I tell people work is work. It's not play. When you come to work, do your work and go home. It's not in the rule book for us to be friends. I don't want to be your friend. I don't want to chill with you. I'm here to work. I'm here to be the best version of myself and be the best. And I want people to be like, yo, Emilio is, yo, he just comes, he works, he don't say shit, and he go home. Like, he's a machine. Exactly. I'm a machine. We ain't come here to play. We came here to work. You feel me? People don't understand that. They come to the job, they think it's playtime. All right. If he is very weak and ready to fall, let nature take its course. Mm. Do not risk outshining a feeble superior. It might appear cruel or spiteful. But if your master is firm in his position, yet you know yourself to be the more capable, bide your time and be patient. Okay. It is the natural course of things that power eventually fades and weakens. Your master will fall someday, and if you play it right, you will outlive and someday outshine him. Hey man, it's real. So you got to think about back in the day, right? Because when they say your master will fall and you outlive him and stuff like that, what they're talking about is times of like back in the day, right? You have a master, a samurai master, right? Most samurai masters is old. You learn your skill, he teaches you, you become a master, but of course you can't outshine the master. He is the master. You're just the upcoming student that is respected, but you know you can't F with the master because he taught you everything you knew. So behind closed doors in your private time, you learn different things. Like with the job, right? If your job description is only enter data, you learn different things on your own private time. See what I'm saying? Different programs, how you could do this, how you could do that. So when the time comes and your boss leaves for another job, you could put your bid in and say, hey, I got my certification in this. I've been doing this. I got this. I got this. They'll be like, oh, snap. We didn't know that you had experience in doing these things. Yeah, I've been going to school while I'm here at work. You see what I'm saying? You executing. You're supposed to always grow and always be the best version of yourself, man. So that was good right there. All right, the reversal and um the judgment. That's what we read, the reversal and the judgment. You know, you have different paragraphs. The transgression of the law, right? How the law came into play. All right, the observance of the law, right? Um, what else you got? Keys to power for that law and so on and so on. So we read reversal and we read judgment today. Today is the 16th. So let me mark that down. That's what we read today. All right. So we read judgment, December 16th, and we read reversal. Okay. So basically, reversal was telling us this is your time to strike, to be great, and watch your master either fall or leave the job. And now it's your time to you become the master, right? And then judgment, of course, make your master look good, bide your time. That's all it is. You come into the job, I got to put it in modern times. You come into the job, Bob hires you for data entry. You head down, no talking. You do your job. You make Bob look good. You're entering the data on time. Spreadsheets is looking amazing. This is looking amazing. 5 years, 10 years go by. Bob tells you, right? Because y'all build a little bit of friendship. Obviously, he's your boss. Why not? That's who you should be friends with. See what I'm saying? Saying Bob says, "Hey man, there's another position opening up in Oregon. I'm about to leave, but you know what, Emilio, you really these last 10 years, you're really good. I'm gonna put your name in the bid. Do you want it? Of course I do, Bob. Bob leaves, you take over. See what I'm saying? We got to execute, baby. Greatness. We trying to be great. All right. 48 Laws of Power, man. Excellent book. Information in the description. Y'all need to go ahead and make that purchase, man. All right. Let's be great, man. Let's be excellent. I appreciate y'all and I love y'all. All right. Peace.